They are some of the most powerful, fearsome, and fastest machines on the planet. Or are they? Truth be told, it's all just a matter of perspective. Although these are remote-controlled aircraft, the planes are so lifelike when flying, they're often used to replicate the real thing in Hollywood movies. Call them costly, high-tech toys. Nothing short of amazing.
Well, just about every Sunday, a large gathering of guys interested in the model aviation hobby get together out here at Conway Marine Base at the West Field. And we spend pretty much the entire day enjoying the hobby, flying the aircraft that we put together and set up to fly.
It may be just a hobby, but the vast majority of the people who fly these planes have a deep connection with all things that fly.
The whole gamut of the aerospace industry, from engineers and designers to crew chiefs and mechanics, active duty, retired military, anybody with an interest in the aviation, from kids all the way up to, I think we had an individual here a year ago, it was in the mid-80s to 90s, so it's a hobby for anybody.
So why would these men, who deal with the real thing Monday through Friday, turn to their toys, albeit expensive ones, every weekend?
A lot of us are frustrated fighter pilots and so forth, so we can't fly the real thing, so we'll come out here on the weekends and enjoy the hobby and fly everything from World War II warbirds up until the modern jets, the F-22.
And just like flying the real thing, Glidden says there are plenty of anxious moments when you grab a hold of the controls and send your baby racing down the runway. And for good reason. Some of these planes can cost upwards of $10,000.
We usually look for the rush, which is usually pushing the envelope, so it's a little lower, a little faster, a little higher, a little closer than the last time, and sometimes you find the limit.
And sometimes out here you hit the limit.
Oh, definitely. We find the edge of the envelope and go beyond it, and that usually ends up with a pile of parts that go into the trash can.
If you're in this hobby, you're going to crash. So you got to learn how to take it well when you crash.
Chris Bennett is president of the Paradise Flyers RC Club. He's also a licensed pilot who says flying these aircraft still gives him a major high.
It's great. We have an awesome place to fly out on K-Bay here, and we have a great group of people that all come out that have a lot of heart for the hobby, and great big aircraft that make a lot of noise that fly very fast.
And if it's speed you're after, this is the Top Gun, an F-22 Raptor that runs on real jet fuel. A junior at Mid-Pac High School, TJ Gooden only recently got his driver's license, and he says he'd rather be flying than driving. For the kid who grew up within eyeshot of the airstrip, it was only a matter of time before he grabbed a hold of the controls himself.
Every single time I see a plane take off or anything, I always come to the window and always love to see it, and I still do that. Every single time I hear loud engine noise going over Kaneohe, it always just draws my attention.
And although it can be an expensive hobby, entry-level planes cost no more than a few $100, and club members are more than happy to get you started. But consider yourself forewarned.
If you're not careful, it becomes an obsessive-compulsive disorder, as we call it. You start out just like the real guys with a basic trainer, and you advance rapidly up to more and more complex aircraft, and some of us just can't stop. So we end up with trailers, we end up with more aircraft, lots of different gear. The garage is no longer a garage for vehicle, it's filled with airplanes and equipment.
Obviously, for the older Gooding, it's too late. As for his son PJ, well, the hope is that this hobby will one day become a career.
What would be my dream job would be to actually fly one of these in the real Air Force. That would be my dream job right there.
You're on your way.
Hopefully.